Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano here. The internet's... I'm getting over being sick. Music nerd here. The internet's... Yeah. So, time for the weekly track roundup, everyone. Hope you're feeling better than I am, for sure. Yeah, a bunch of tracks dropped this past week. Gonna get my thoughts on them, whether I loved them, hated them, or felt somewhere in between. Usual sponsor, The Ridge. Wallets, amazing, sleek, sexy, fantastic. Also linked down below along with, the Ridge link. It's promo code MELON. Use that promo code. We have our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from that. Our Patreon page. You support us while getting some awesome bonus monthly content in the process. And the worst tracks of the week. They are as follows. All right, we have this new one from YUNGBLUD and WILLOW. How is this portrayed as so edgy, and then it's just like some radio Disney pop rock BS when you actually listen to it? Crap, get out of here. Yeah, I'm sorry to be so dismissive, but yeah, this was truly boring and awful, and the song is titled Memories. We have a new one from Rapsody over here. Very unfortunate that I did not enjoy this track as much as I wanted to, but this just seems like a basic... overly dramatic Eminem type formula, where like Skylar Grey's on the hook and that sort of thing. It just kind of seems like that kind of vibe, but Rhapsody's trying it and it's not really panning out well because I don't really think it's a great formula to begin with. And that Lauryn Hill Hilly line was certainly a weak one. We have a new one from KayCyy as well, whose tracks I typically think kind of vibe, but this one over here, with him vocally sounding like a cross between Baby Keem and Cardi is just too much because like the track's essentially about like people ripping off his style and so on and so forth. It's like, what style? This is two other people's style on this track. Get out of here. We also have this new one from Lady Gaga, Hold My Hand, apparently a song from the forthcoming Top Gun reboot soundtrack. I didn't know societally we needed a new Top Gun movie, but apparently we do. And this song just sounds like a really awful 80s hard rock piece of trash that, would have been on the original Top Gun soundtrack or some crap like that. So there you go. All right, tracks that I was on the fence with, but I thought they were still worth pointing out. They are as follows. Taylor Swift is readying her Taylor's version of 1989. This Love specifically is linked down below. And yeah, sounds pretty close to the original, but this is kind of her little pop opus, so I imagine there's no room for failure on this one. Got to nail every track down perfectly. So yeah, Taylor Swift coming out with that new version of 1989 soon. We have a new one from Sharon Van Etten, whose brand new LP is out now. Mistakes is the title of the track that we have linked down below, and it's got some kind of pumping new wave rhythms to it that aren't too bad. Not too many more thoughts on it from there because I do plan on reviewing this one this week, I think. We also have this new one over here from A$AP Rocky, D.M.B, that's my bitch. And yeah, this one's weak. Flows from Rocky weak, some of the bars weak, production muddy. There is a bit of an interesting switch up on the back end, but it does not save the song by any means. Frankly, I think it's one of his worst singles or weakest singles. It's not totally like irredeemable, but it's not what I was hoping for. It's nowhere in the realm of like some of the classic stuff from his debut mixtape, his debut album. It's really just not there. All right, we have a new one from Flume over here with Quiet Bison in the mix as well. A lot of stuttering, rhythms and synth bits on this one that are pretty cool, but nothing too stunning in my opinion. I guess I kind of prefer how odd and out there the mixtape was that he dropped a little while ago as opposed to the more commercial direction that some of these teasers have been going down. We also have this new one from Chai over here. Not their biggest bop, in my opinion, but Surprise, the title of the track, is still a bop the same. It's got some nice grooves on it, for sure. All right, we have a new one from Rae Jepsen over here. A little shocked at how bland this one is. Rae usually comes busting through like a bold pop princess, but this cut over here has her lead vocals, frankly, sounding so breathy that they kind of come off like background vocals. The groove is there, but pretty much everything on top of it, from the chords to, again, the voice, doesn't really stand out, and I found that a little peculiar, honestly, given how strong Carly's tunes usually come across. All right, we have a new one from excuse me, Bad Bunny over here. New record is out now. This one's kind of a dreamy piece of reggaeton, you know, lots of atmosphere on it as well. Not my favorite track from the record that I've heard so far, but this one does seem to be getting a lot of attention. The song is Moscow Mule. All right, we have a new one from Boldy James over here with Real Bad Man in the mix as well on production, all the way out. I would say pretty stereotypical a track from Boldy these days. You know, if you're a fan, you're a fan. Is it blowing me away? No. But you know, obviously there's a concept there. There's a lot of gritty bars there. It is a Boldy James song, but there is something to be desired a little bit on the delivery end. But yeah, I imagine a lot of you guys at this point know what you're getting with a Boldy James song. All right, best tracks of the week. We have a handful. We have a few that really stood out to me. They are as follows. First, we have this new one from Logic and freaking Russ, Therapy Music, where they both go off and it sounds freaking good, from the beat to Russ's bars and Bobby, and they kind of link up on the fact that social media is kind of a toxic place for them to kind of be and exist. And yeah, it's just kind of a really thoughtful track. Bobby's flows on the back end are just relentless and quite impressive. Yeah, that one's good. We also have Jens Lekman over here. The Linden Trees Are Still in Blossom, which is a rework of that very track from the, you know, his classic Night Falls over Kortedala record. It's a rework. So basically it's like a revision of a song from this classic, I think 2007 album. And yeah, so it's pretty interesting that he's going back and kind of reliving this very popular record, very beloved record in the indie singer-songwriter sphere. And this first taste of it was quite nice, you know? I mean, think of it as like the car seat headrest Twin Fantasy rework in a way, you know what I mean? But for a whole new generation of like indie fans, because this one is one that I remember people being into when I was in freaking college. So yeah, there you go. All right, moving on. We have Doja Cat, or actually probably post-college, but whatever. Doja Cat, Vegas, from the upcoming Elvis movie soundtrack. I do love Doja when she's on her very quirky, funny, bold, in-your-face, playful rap shit, and that's essentially what this song is. No shade to this track whatsoever. It's just a fun banger, just a fun bop. All right, we have a new one from Westside Boogie as well, Stuck, which I think is one of his best songs ever, honestly. Like, there's a lot of great kind of emotional and instrumental transitions through the track. It's a very versatile song, and I think lyrically there's quite a lot of substance there as well. And yeah, you know, I just kind of respect the hell out of the track. I think Westside's doing some good stuff on this song, and I think we can leave it there. Make sure to listen to the track for yourself, along with the other ones that we had in this video too. That's been the weekly track roundup. Love you, love you, love you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Anthony Fantano, tracks of forever.